Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Patrick Duff. I am one of the three people that appears in the Frauditor troll video about the masked men going to Edison City Council and getting tossed out. Now, that being said, we went there with the intention of being tossed out. So they did exactly what we wanted them to do. They, in a sense, walked right into it. So let's just get down to it really quickly. Here you have a city council removing a man for wearing a mask, just a simple costume mask, and they're claiming that because it's a costume mask, he cannot wear it. So in walks a luchador in a wheelchair wearing a costume mask, a 8-foot bong, but his face is not wearing a mask, and a man who has a puppet that does impersonations of our governor, Phil Murphy, with a potty mouth. Now, the potty mouth Phil Murphy was allowed to curse and say what he wanted and even insult the council. The 8-foot bong was allowed to sing a song and had his whole time until he went over his time and just kept singing his song, and then they removed him then. And the man in the wheelchair was allowed to keep his mask on when he went up to the front of the podium and had to remind the council president, who ironically was also wearing a fucking mask, but a COVID mask or a paper mask, that he was wearing a mask. And then the council president, Patel, had him take his mask off. So understand that the reason that we were so ridiculous was purposeful. We wanted to show the boundaries of the First Amendment, Frauditor troll. We wanted to show that while the council president had made a decision that these costume masks weren't allowed, well, was he going to allow an 8-foot bong? Was he going to allow a puppet cursing as Phil Murphy? Would he allow a luchador who had a piece of tape across his forehead that said Joshi is a milky liquor, which is the mayor, Mayor Joshi, who we got a story about him coming up. So, Frauditor troll, just so you know, and all the people commenting below who support such activities of removing people from council meetings for wearing a silly little mask. What happened afterwards, by the way, was so beautiful. Because Christo had been removed from the building probably 7 or 8 times after he was removed from the council and tried to claim that he could stay in the building. But the officers, for some reason, didn't listen to Christo, and they removed him from the building. When the 8-foot bong was removed from the council chambers, he was also removed from the building. They took him out of the building. Now, video will show. Video that Fraudster Troll has access to, but didn't show the audience here that I, Patrick Duff, when I was taken out of the council chambers and they told me to leave the building, I told them no. They were going to attempt to physically remove me until I reminded them that I would like their supervisor. I had their supervisor called, and guess what happened? These 4 officers that were attempting to remove me from the building unlawfully were told I could stay. So the ignorance that these officers had about that situation is no more. So the fact that they were removing people from the building after they were removing them from the council chambers will happen no more. And the fact that Christo was removed for a simple mask while an 8-foot bong and a puppet of Phil Murphy and a luchador could make comments is going to end up in a civil rights lawsuit that's going to make them understand that not only can Christo wear the mask, but he can curse, he could wear the mask, he could do whatever activity it is as long as it's not threatening or truly disturbing of the meeting. Now, I'll say this, probably the most disturbing thing in a meeting is somebody getting thrown out of the meeting. If you would just let Christo wear the mask and make a 6-minute comment and sit down, it would be nothing. Just like it was the meeting before that was run by the vice president of the council, where Christo wore the mask and made the comments and nothing happened. So there you have it, Frauditor troll. Listen, buddy, I know you want to get clicks. I understand that. But we're actually fighting for people's rights. I don't do this for a sense of money. I threaten that. But the fact is, most of the times I sue the government, I get nothing. But I do get the satisfaction of knowing that freedom stays free.